The main difference between science and philosophy is, science is, it is mainly with concentration, the concentration of thoughts in a single point view is science. And philosophy is, it is not concentration at a single point, but it is contemplation. So this is the main difference between science and philosophy. To concentrate, the process of concentration, so there are three things: the subject, the object, and the linking factor in between the subject and object, that is the experience. So there are three entities. As far as these three entities are there, a person who wants, or a person who likes to know the truth, he by himself, by his process of observing the object, he disturbs it, he spoils. In other words, he spoils truth. So it is impossible for a scientist to look something as it is. So in science, people normally say that they have discovered, or they say they have invented. There are big differences between these two. Invention is something, an idea about nature, a part of nature, and it's not going to remain forever. Or in other words, invention has its validity until there is another invention which disputes the previous invention, and so on. But discovery is something, it speaks about truth. I mean the truth defined according to a scientist and not to a philosopher. So man discovers something, he calls it as truth, and it is not a pure truth, or in other words, really absolute truth. But even in the case of changing the quality of a truth, because while observing it, he changes the quality of his existence, and this truth is known as discovery, and it has perhaps a longer period of validity. The law of gravitation is a universal truth. It is a discovery by Isaac Newton, the law of gravitation. So the main difference between observing truth and the validity of truth for a certain period of time, as defined by science, is not the same as experienced by a philosopher.